Number 1. The 1980 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sedan 4D, listed for $3,500 and located in Gresham, Oregon. If you're searching for a clean, affordable, and reliable classic that's ready to hit the road today, this 1980 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sedan 4D in Gresham, Oregon, priced at $3,500, is a solid contender. Showing 80,000 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this late 70s/early 80s Oldsmobile charm feels like stepping back into a time when American sedans were built for smooth cruising and everyday dependability. Under the hood, it runs a V6 engine paired with a 350 transmission, giving it the right balance of power and fuel-friendly drivability. The seller notes that the car runs and drives great, making it an ideal choice for someone wanting a classic that can double as a reliable daily driver. Unlike many older sedans that need substantial mechanical work, this Cutlass is already ahead of the curve. One major highlight is the brand new transmission, recently installed with a receipt included, adding enormous value and peace of mind. A fresh transmission alone can be a costly upgrade, and with that investment already taken care of, this old becomes an even more appealing find for the price. The seller also mentions that the price will go up as additional upgrades are completed, so getting in early is a smart move. As a daily driver or an easy project to personalize, this Cutlass is a great option. It carries that classic Oldsmobile comfort, smooth road feel, and unmistakable vintage style, all while offering reliability in a budget-friendly package. Whether you're looking for your first classic, a dependable cruiser, or a simple, old-school American sedan with character, this 1980 Cutlass is ready for its next owner. Perfect for someone wanting vintage style, without vintage headaches. Number 2. The 1979 Chevrolet Camaro Z/28 Coupe 2D, listed at $8,000 and located in Coldwater, Mississippi. If you're in the market for a late 70s muscle icon that still carries the raw character of the era, this 1979 Chevrolet Camaro Z/28 deserves a serious look. Priced at $8,000, this classic sits in Coldwater, Mississippi, and shows just over 70,370 miles, a mileage that's very respectable for a car that's more than 4 decades old. From the outside, the Z/28 already commands attention with its unmistakable stance, long hood, and classic coupe proportions that define GM's F-body generation. But more importantly, the seller has kept this car running strong with a list of fresh mechanical updates that make it ready to enjoy right away. Under the hood, you're getting the tried-and-true 350 cubic inch V8, paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission, a combination known for durability, easy maintenance, and plenty of upgrade potential. According to the seller, the car runs and drives great, and a number of new parts have recently been installed, which is a big plus for anyone wanting a strong driver without immediate repair work. Those updates include a new starter, thermostat, lower radiator hose, a 3-coil aluminum radiator, a new reservoir cap, and a fresh battery. The gauge cluster has also been serviced with new cluster lights and a new flexible circuit board, ensuring visibility and functionality behind the wheel. The Z/28 doesn't currently have functioning AIC or heat, something to keep in mind if you plan to daily drive it or live in a climate with big temperature swings. Still, as a weekend cruiser or project car, it's more than capable of delivering that classic late 70s Camaro driving feel, raw, mechanical, and unapologetically old school. The seller also notes that the car comes with a clean title, and the price is firm, with no trades accepted, which suggests they know exactly what they have and where the market is. For the right buyer, this 1979 Camaro Z/28 is a great blend of affordability, originality, and potential. Whether you're looking to restore it, mildly upgrade it, or simply enjoy it as a vintage street machine, it's a solid foundation with the hard work already started. Muscle cars from this era continue to climb in value, especially the beloved Z/28 models, And finding one that runs this well with recent maintenance at this price point is becoming increasingly rare. If you want a slice of genuine late 70s American performance without breaking the bank, this Camaro Z/28 is absolutely worth checking out. Number 3. The 1972 Chevrolet El Camino, listed for $8,500 and located in Olivehurst, California. If you're looking for a classic that blends muscle car attitude with real utility, this 1972 Chevrolet El Camino is one that checks all the boxes. Priced at $8,500 and sitting in Olivehurst, California, this El Camino shows 43,388 miles and brings that unmistakable early 70s Chevy styling. Long, aggressive hood lines up front and a practical cargo bed in the back, giving you the best of both worlds. It's the kind of vehicle that stands out at any car meet, yet still functions like a capable hauler when you need it. Under the hood, this one is powered by a 350 crate motor, giving it fresh, dependable performance compared to many originals from the era. Pair that with an automatic transmission, and you got a cruiser that's easy to drive, responsive, and built to deliver that classic small block Chevy rumble. The seller also notes that it runs and drives well, which is what every buyer wants to hear in a 50-plus-year-old classic. A bit of recent maintenance has already been taken care of, including new fender wells and several front suspension components. That means better handling, tighter steering, and fewer surprises down the road. Important for anyone planning to daily drive it or slowly restore it. The overall presentation makes this El Camino a strong candidate as a weekend cruiser, an affordable entry-level classic, or even a project platform for someone wanting to go deeper with custom work. The seller is clear, no trades and cash only, with $8,500 OBO. So there's still room for reasonable negotiation. And like many motivated sellers say, if the post is up, it's still available. Overall, this 1972 El Camino offers a great balance of reliability, classic style, and upgrade potential. With its crate motor, fresh suspension work, and solid driving condition, it's an ideal starting point for anyone wanting a vintage Chevy that stands out without breaking the bank. Number 4. The 1964 Chevrolet Malibu, listed for $9,995 and located in Crestwell, Oregon. Here's a true mid-60s classic that still carries all the charm of its era. The 1964 Chevrolet Malibu, offered at $9,995 in Crestwell, Oregon. Showing 153,666 miles, this first-generation Malibu is exactly the kind of vintage Chevy enthusiasts love. Honest, straight, original, and ready for someone who wants a project they can actually drive. Despite sitting for years, the seller notes that the Chevelle fires right up, runs, drives, and brakes, which already puts it ahead of many classics in this price range. Power comes from a 6-cylinder engine paired with a Power Glide automatic, a reliable and smooth combination that makes for relaxed cruising. It's not a race car, but it's a solid foundation, whether you want to preserve the originality or swap in a V8 later. Structurally, the car has the typical 60s wear. The floors are decent, and the trunk is present but rough. The lower quarters will need replacement, and the weather strip channel around the trunk is in bad shape. For a seasoned builder, these are familiar repairs. For a new hobbyist, they're manageable and expected at this price point. The rest of the body is surprisingly solid, making it an excellent candidate for restoration or a rolling project. One of the biggest perks is that this Malibu is the kind of classic you can work on while still driving it, a rare balance that keeps the fun going while the progress happens. The sale also includes an extra grille, additional bezels, and a new master cylinder, giving you a head start on the improvements. Overall, this 1964 Chevrolet Malibu offers vintage character, approachable mechanicals, and real hands-on potential. For under 10 grand, it's a great opportunity to bring a genuine 64 Chevy back to life, enjoy on the road, and shape it into whatever kind of classic you imagine. Number 5. The 1983 Lincoln Mark VI, listed at $13,394 and located in Puyallup, Washington. All right, here comes a classy slice of early 80s American luxury. The 1983 Lincoln Mark VI, and not just any Mark VI, but a Bill Blass designer series, one of only 25 ever produced. At $13,394, this is basically a collector's piece hiding in plain sight. With just 82,884 miles and an automatic transmission, it's clear this car has been treated with respect throughout its life. The seller notes that all maintenance is fully up to date, which is huge for a luxury model packed with tech and comfort features for its time. Even better, it comes with a recently installed AC system, so you're not stuck with that classic car heat stroke package that so many old luxury coupes come with. This one is ready to roll in comfort, cosmetically and mechanically. The seller says it's in extremely good condition, and honestly, that lines up with what you'd expect from a limited-run designer edition that's been preserved this well. These Bill Blass models were known for their upscale colors, premium interiors, and that unmistakable Lincoln float-on air ride. If you're someone who loves 80s elegance, squared-off styling, and a kind of smooth, quiet cruising that only a big Lincoln can deliver, this Mark VI is the real deal. A rare spec, well-maintained, loaded with history, and absolutely dripping with vintage luxury vibes. Perfect for a weekend cruiser, a standout at local shows, or even a unique addition to a growing classic collection. If the post's up, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Number 6. The 1975 Cadillac DeVille, listed at $5,000 and located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Here comes a true heavyweight from the golden era of American luxury. The 1975 Cadillac DeVille Coupe, a full-size icon that represents comfort, presence, and old-school craftsmanship like nothing built today. Priced at $5,000, this Florida classic is the kind of car that turns heads even before the engine starts, simply because nothing on the road looks or rides like a 75 DeVille. This particular example shows 69,000 miles and comes with an automatic transmission, just as Cadillac intended for effortless cruising. What makes it even more special is the history behind it. This is a one-owner car, passed down from the seller's grandfather, who bought it brand new. When you talk about cars from the 70s, having a single-owner lineage is incredibly rare. It usually means a vehicle wasn't abused, wasn't lost to decades of neglect, and has a story worth carrying forward. The seller reports that the car runs and drives good, which is exactly what you want from a DeVille. Smooth idle, powerful acceleration, and that signature Cadillac float on the highway. These cars were built with massive V8 engines, heavy steel bodies, and suspension systems designed for comfort above all else. Slide behind the wheel, and you instantly feel what made Cadillac the king of American luxury during this era. Cosmetically, this DeVille is in fair condition for its age, and like many survivors, it will need some interior work and a bit of general TLC. But that's expected from a 49-year-old luxury coupe, and the important part is already in place. The drivetrain is solid, the body is complete, and the foundation is good. With a little effort, this could easily become a weekend cruiser, a budget restoration project, or even a full custom lowrider or boulevard build. These cars look amazing in any form. It also comes with a clean Florida title in hand. making the purchase and registration process simple and straightforward. In today's market, where classic cars continue to climb in value, finding a complete running first-owner Cadillac at this price is becoming rarer every year. For anyone searching for a true classic luxury car, something big, bold, elegant, and unmistakably Cadillac, this 1975 DeVille offers tremendous potential. Whether you restore it, customize it, or simply enjoy it as a vintage driver, it has all the presence and personality you could ask for. And at $5,000, it's the kind of deal that doesn't stay available for long. Number 7. The 1966 Ford Mustang, priced at $8,500 and located in San Gabriel, California. Up next is a true cornerstone of American automotive history. The 1966 Ford Mustang offered at an attention-grabbing $8,500 in San Gabriel. This is the kind of classic that needs no introduction, an icon recognized around the world, loved by beginners and lifelong enthusiasts alike. Whether you're building, restoring, or daily cruising a vintage pony car, this 66 is already a great starting point. This example is a two-door Mustang showing 117,000 miles, and unlike many small-block Mustangs that switched to automatics over the years, this one still comes with a manual transmission, a huge plus for drivers who want that real, hands-on, classic muscle car experience. Rolling to the gears in a vintage Mustang is a driving sensation that never gets old. Visually and mechanically, 1966 is one of the most timeless Mustang years. The body lines, the chrome accents, the unmistakable coupe profile, they all come together to give the car that pure 60s style that turned the Mustang into a cultural phenomenon. And at this price point, it's not often that you find a running, complete 66 Mustang that hasn't been torn apart, turned into a race project, or heavily modified beyond recognition. The seller keeps the details short, but what we do know is what matters most. It's a manual shift classic Mustang. It's complete, and it represents a huge opportunity for someone who has been waiting to jump into vintage ownership without spending $20,000 or more. For many buyers, this is exactly the kind of car you want. Affordable, original enough to restore, but also approachable if you just want a fun project to tinker with on the weekends. Whether you're dreaming of a mild restoration, a period-correct cruiser, or a more aggressive build down the line, the 66 Coupe is one of the most versatile Mustangs ever made. And at just $8,500 in today's market, this one is positioned as a smart buy with real potential for value and enjoyment. Number 8. The 1973 Lincoln Mark IV, offered at $8,800 in Dallas, Texas. And if you're heading to the Southwest swap meet at Lone Star Park, you can actually see this car in person on Friday and Saturday, making a rare opportunity to check out an iconic 70s luxury coupe up close. This Mark IV shows 96,000 miles and comes with an automatic transmission, powered by Ford's legendary 460 cubic inch V8, an engine known for torque, smoothness, and surprisingly good performance for its size. But this isn't just a stock cruiser. This one has been given some hot rod treatment, including headers, HEI ignition, and a Holley double-pumper carburetor, giving the car stronger throttle response and a bit more attitude than the average Mark IV. Inside, you get cold AIC, a huge plus for Texas weather, and you'll find both an aftermarket stereo with sub and amplifier in the trunk, plus the original radio still functioning, a great combination of modern sound and vintage charm. On the outside, it's finished in Aztec gold, a beautiful period-correct color that highlights the massive body lines of the Mark IV. The seller notes the body is very straight, with only a couple of rust spots on the lower driver door and beneath the original vinyl top, which is common for cars of this era. Rolling on Craigar Classic 17-inch wheels, this Lincoln mixes luxury and vintage performance in a way few cars can. Whether you want something unique for weekend cruises, a standout ride for car shows, or a smooth highway cruiser that floats down the road like a true 70s Luxo barge, this Mark IV checks every box. Offered by a long-standing seller, select cash cars in the same location for over 33 years. There are no dealer games, no dock fees, and credit cards are accepted. Just $8,800 plus tax, title, and license, and it's yours. A big, bold, unmistakably American classic with real hot rod upgrades. This 1973 Mark IV is ready for someone to enjoy. Number 9. The 1974 Chevrolet Caprice convertible, priced at $10,000 and located in Abbotsford, with clean registration out of Edmonton, Alberta. This is one of those classic full-size drop tops that instantly transports you back to the era of wide-stance cruising, soft suspensions, and endless summer drives with the top down. Showing an odometer reading of 99,999 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this Caprice stands out as a solid project car with a ton of heavy lifting already done under the hood. It comes with a completely rebuilt 400 small block Chevy paired to a rebuilt transmission, giving the next owner a strong mechanical foundation that is often the most expensive and time-consuming part of restoring a car like this. Even better, it's optioned with some period luxury features, including tilt steering, power windows, remote mirrors, and even a factory 8-track player, adding that nostalgic charm you don't find anymore. The car runs and drives, and the seller confirms it sits on a solid frame, a major win when dealing with convertibles, which rely on structural integrity more than hardtop models. Like any 50-year-old convertible project, it will need some attention. The floors and trunk have rust that will need repair, but nothing that appears to compromise the car's bones. With its size, stance, and classic mid-70s presence, this Caprice is a fantastic platform, whether you're planning a full restoration, a custom cruiser, or simply want a running and driving big body convertible to enjoy and improve over time. Opportunities like this are getting harder to find, especially at this price point, and the seller is firm at $10,000 with no trades, making a straightforward deal for someone ready to bring this long, stylish land yacht back to its former glory. Number 10. The 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass, listed at $17,000 and located in Woodinville, Washington. This one is especially appealing because it's not just any Cutlass. It's a Cutlass salon equipped with factory Hearst T-tops, finished in white over a matching white interior, giving it that unmistakable vintage cruiser vibe. Showing 94,000 miles and powered by a strong-running 350 V8, the car has recently received over $4,500 worth of mechanical upkeep, including fresh seals, gaskets, cooling system work, brake maintenance, and other essentials that make it ready to hit the road without hesitation. The seller notes it runs and drives amazingly, and while the body and paint are described as solid driver quality, there are a few honest cosmetic flaws to expect, such as some minor surface rust on the trunk deck lid and the need for rear bumper fillers. Even the tires are time capsule, still wearing the original Goodyear Eagle STs, a reminder how untouched and true to era this car really is. The Cutlass comes with its original owner's manuals, many service records, and 2 sets of keys, adding value for collectors or enthusiasts who appreciate documentation. The seller admits he originally planned to keep the car long-term, but another opportunity came up, forcing him to thin the herd, meaning this Olds is now looking for its next caretaker. He also emphasizes that a quick, no-nonsense cash deal is preferred and could help in negotiations. With its classic T-top style, tasteful color combo, solid mechanical updates, and that clean 1970s American muscle luxury feel, this Cutlass is a standout option for anyone wanting an old-school cruiser that's already been sorted where it counts. Number 11. The 1979 Chrysler LeBaron, listed at $5,950 and located in Chesapeake, a classic that carries the unmistakable charm of Chrysler's luxury-leaning era. Showing 108,000 miles on the odometer and equipped with an automatic transmission, this LeBaron is powered by the dependable Super 6 inline 6, paired with power steering, power brakes, factory AIC, and an AM/FM radio. Everything you'd expect from a comfortable cruiser of its time. This car has a story. Previously owned by a 90-year-old gentleman who drove it lovingly until he passed, and the current seller has already completed a long list of fresh mechanical work to bring it back to reliable condition. New tires, new gas tank and sending unit, new plugs, wires, cap, rotor, fresh oil and filters, and a full general service to ensure it runs as smoothly as it should. The interior is described as being in excellent original condition, while the exterior still wears its factory paint with no rust, only needing a bit of bodywork on the driver's side rear quarter for perfectionists, something the seller openly admits they don't handle. On the road, this LeBaron runs and drives great, making it a rare, well-preserved example of Chrysler's approach to comfort and simplicity at the close of the 70s. With the title in hand, clean presentation, strong mechanical updates, and that unmistakable vintage profile, riding on rally wheels. This is a kind of budget-friendly classic that offers nostalgia, smooth cruising, and everyday usability all in one package. Perfect for someone looking to step into the collector world without breaking the bank. Number 12. The 1965 Ford Ranchero, listed at $6,000. A genuine barn-find survivor that still carries the charm, simplicity, and rugged spirit amid 60s American motoring. Finished in black, this classic hauler shows 144,000 miles and comes with a clean title. But what really sets it apart is its California-born heritage, meaning no rust, solid bones, and clean sheet metal that enthusiasts spend years searching for. The body is straight, the trim is intact, and even in its unrestored state, the Ranchero still wears that unmistakable early Ford character. Long, crisp lines flowing into the integrated pickup bed, a look that helped define the car-truck era of the time. Under the hood lives a dependable Ford straight six, currently firing on starting fluid, which tells you the engine is all there and ready for the next step toward full revival, paired with an automatic transmission. It's a setup known for durability and ease of use once the fuel system is sorted. The seller has already knocked out some key items, brand new tires, a new gas tank, and even a batch of extra parts to support the next owner, making this one of those rare project cars where a lot of hard-to-find pieces are already in hand. Inside, the bones are original, the layout is classic, and the vehicle stands as a true time capsule from an era when cars were simple, mechanical, and easy for anyone with a set of tools to bring back to life. Whether you're imagining it as a mild restoration, a patina cruiser, a weekend shop truck, or even a full custom Restomod, this Ranchero gives you a clean, solid platform to build on without the typical rust repair nightmares that plague cars of this age. With its dry climate history, complete condition, and honest presentation, it's the kind of old Ford many collectors hunt for, but rarely find at such a reasonable price. For $6,000, getting a clean titled 65 Ranchero with no structural rot, new essentials already installed, and tons of potential is a serious opportunity. Exactly the kind of classic project that rewards the next owner with a slice of nostalgia, a manageable restoration path, and the satisfaction of putting an iconic compact hauler back on the road where it belongs. Number 13. The 1967 Lincoln Continental, listed at just $10,000 and showing 77,622 miles on the odometer. This is the era of Lincolns that defined an entire generation of design, long, commanding, elegant, and unmistakably powerful, with the kind of presence that made these cars favorites of executives, celebrities, and leaders throughout the late 60s. Under that massive hood sits the legendary 462mm V8, an engine known for its velvet-smooth power delivery and the effortless torque needed to move this rolling land yacht with authority. The seller notes that it runs good, which is already a huge win, considering how rare it's becoming to find these Continentals still complete, operational, and not rotting away in the field. Paired with an automatic transmission, this car was built for comfort cruising, quiet, steady, and confident on the highway, exactly how Lincoln engineers intended it nearly 6 decades ago. The 1967 model year keeps the signature slab-side styling that enthusiasts crave, those sharp horizontal lines, the massive chrome grille, the towering stance, and the luxury proportions that make it instantly recognizable from a block away. While the ad doesn't go deep into cosmetic details, the strong mechanical status and complete presentation hint at a fantastic foundation for someone wanting to revive a classic luxury cruiser without diving into a total basket case restoration. Inside, you can expect that unmistakable Lincoln atmosphere. Big cushioned seating, generous legroom front and rear, wide dash lines, and that classic 60s premium feel that modern cars still try to replicate. Whether you're dreaming of returning it to factory elegance, building a mild custom low and slow cruiser, or simply enjoying it as a survivor with patina, Continentals from this era offer endless possibilities and a level of style that still turns heads in any setting. And at this price point, just 10 grand for a running, driving 67 Continental with an original 462 powertrain. This is a kind of opportunity that doesn't show up often anymore. For collectors, builders, or anyone who wants to experience the unmistakable feel of classic American luxury, this Lincoln is a rare, well-priced gateway into one of the most iconic full-size cars ever built. Number 14, the 1985 Oldsmobile Delta 88, priced at just $850. For anyone searching for an affordable project car with solid fundamentals, this one checks all the right boxes. The Delta 88 has long been known for its smooth ride, durable drivetrain, and unmistakable American sedan styling. And this example brings plenty of potential at a budget-friendly price. Under the hood, the motor and transmission are both reported to be in good condition, which is a major win for anyone wanting a drivable restoration project. The seller already invested in several major components: a brand new carburetor, a brand new gas tank, a new radiator, new fuel pump, and even a fresh set of tires. Those upgrades alone add significant value and take care of some of the most common trouble areas on older sedans. What keeps this Oldsmobile from being road-ready are a few manageable fixes. It needs freeze plugs, brake lines, and hood latches, all relatively straightforward jobs for anyone comfortable with basic mechanical work or looking for an easy weekend garage project. Once these are sorted, this Delta 88 has the bones to be a dependable daily driver or a clean classic cruiser for local meets. The body style from 1985 carries the elegant, squared-off design language Oldsmobile was known for: big chrome details, wide proportions, and a smooth, comfortable ride that defined American sedans of the era. With its solid drivetrain and a list of already installed new parts, you're getting a great starting platform without needing to spend thousands up front. The seller notes that the only reason it's being offered is lack of time. They're tied up working on other projects, and rather than letting this Delta 88 sit, they're passing along to someone who can get the attention it deserves. At just $850, it's an opportunity that doesn't come around often, especially with so many new components already installed. If you've been waiting for a low-cost entry into classic car ownership, a simple winter restoration, or a Number 15, the 1961 Studebaker Lark, listed at $13,500 and showing an odometer reading of 18,500 miles. Finished in a soft and eye-catching baby blue, this little coupe represents one of the most distinctive compact cars of its era. Studebaker's answer to the growing economy car movement, but delivered with style, character, and that unmistakable quirky charm the brand became famous for. This Lark isn't just a static display piece either. The seller notes that it comes with lots of new parts, making it clear that time, money, and effort have already been invested into keeping this classic on the road where it belongs. Even better, it's running and fun to drive, powered by a simple and dependable setup paired with a manual transmission, giving drivers that authentic vintage car feel that modern vehicles just can't replicate. The combination of lightweight construction, clean lines, and direct manual shifting makes these early Larks surprisingly engaging on the open road, especially for buyers who love the hands-on connection of analog motoring. The condition, upgrades, and drivability make this a rare opportunity. Studebaker vehicles don't come up nearly as often as the big three classics, and when they do, they're usually in need of heavy restoration. This one, by contrast, is already a runner, ready to be enjoyed immediately while offering plenty of room for personal touches, weekend cruising, local shows, or simply preserving a small but meaningful piece of American automotive history. For someone seeking a unique classic that stands apart from the usual Mustangs, Camaros, and Chevelles that dominate listings, this 1961 Studebaker Lark Coupe offers vintage charm, mechanical simplicity, and pure nostalgic fun at a very approachable price. At $13,500, it's the kind of gem that could easily become the highlight of collection, or the perfect first step into the world of classic cars.